What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where we're going to start off at DCD headquarters today with some gameplay. And we're going to talk about the Ninjabike backpack, and I'm going to show you a build that can one-shot multiple enemies at the same time and do a lot of damage, essentially, meaning that the whole game will be pretty trivial to a point when you're playing solo by yourself. And when XP farming events roll around and things like that, it makes life very easy. As you can see there, I only had to kill half of the enemies in that section than you normally would. And it does really allow you to put on the game on heroic, and it'll also allow you to put on multiple directives at the same time as well, just to boost them bonuses up a lot. And if XP events are on and global events are on and things like that, it makes for a really fun and easy time as well. And I really wanted to kind of cover this because I feel like in some of the previous videos that I've done, I've really said how situational the Ninjabike backpack is, and that especially with like a full all red strikers build, it really shouldn't be used because you drop an absolute ton of damage. So I wanted to make it fair and show kind of a situation where actually it's really good. Even from super long range like that, you can do a lot of damage. As you can see, you know, I'm on heroic here, absolutely blasting through.
The decontamination protocol can be initiated from a panel in the lab above you. Stay put once you pull the trigger.
Now, I'll do one more section. I'm going to switch to a build that actually also uses gear sets, because generally when it comes to gear sets, the Ninjabike is not a great idea because of the sheer amount of bonuses that you lose. If you think about it, Ninjabike unlocks them bonuses from the gear, but gear sets don't generally have them extra minor attributes. So let's do a quick switch. Alright, for all you people that are watching the videos correctly, we have switched. There'll be people that have just flipped. Oh, look at this guy here. This is going to prove challenging. But we're just going to ignore him. They don't have to use the shield. I know people will be looking at it going, ooh, shield. You can run and gun. It just really does depend how good you are with the old headshots. And to be honest, sometimes the headshots don't matter. You can just kind of chest shot things, as well, as you'll have seen with the previous parts of the video. Obviously, we're using determined, and I know that will be another questionable subject that will come up with this video, but we are doing what we need to do to get the content cleared as quick as possible. And we'll just clear this area out and we'll start talking builds. And last but not least, where are we, sirs? And that is it. And obviously it is easy because, you know, I'm solo YOLO, and you can use these builds in groups. They will work. You'll just need to pay a little bit more attention to those headshots, especially when you walk into areas. The first enemy that you should be really focusing on is going to be a red bar rather than an elite for sure, or a named enemy. And you can use, you know, secondary guns if you want to. You could use an M1A, you could use an M700, you could use a shotgun, and you know, with all of the, you know, some big damage talents on, so that you can, you know, kind of help out your team as well. I've kind of ran on, even though I said I was going to stop, but we'll do this area anyway because, you know, there is a couple of big guys in this area. So obviously now I've got no bonus anymore, but we'll just let the shield do the work, and we'll push with the headshots. And as you can see, it wasn't too painful at all. You got to think about hyenas and things as well. We're actually going to do another room because just as I was doing the build breakdowns, I noticed I was missing 36% headshot damage because I've been using the pieces for a Hasbro build that I've been playing with. And I thought, you know what, I've not really done it justice. If people are going to be number watching on the screen, 36% headshot damage is a huge amount of damage to be losing. So I thought, you know what, we'll just do a quick section here. And even with this build, see, I wasn't even necessarily in range where you would like to be. But yeah, I still put out the big numbers. Where is this guy? Hello.
Backup request.
Like there, he was out of range, but I still had enough damage to kill him. And then this guy is in range. Again, no problem at all. There's no way that missed. Anyone else? Or can we continue the video? Ah, there we go. So there's some proper numbers now. So here is the build in question. And when I was talking about being within range, it's because we are running Hunter's Fury. A very important point that I still wanted to kind of point out. Hunter's Fury is kind of standout. It does give double bonuses. As you can see here, 3 pieces gives us armor on kill and health on kill, which is particularly useful. The SMG and shotgun damage, though, is not. We are literally taking all of the damage from the 4-piece bonus here, which works when you're within 15 meters of the enemies. It also debuffs them, makes them wobble all over the place and get very distracted, which when you're playing a run and gun style, this is extremely useful. And you just want everything loaded up with headshot damage for the pieces that you are using. And then we're going to use imminent armaments, which is great because we get weapon damage and we get pistol damage, but we get a huge amount of pistol damage. We get 60% pistol damage as well. And then you basically, again, want everything loaded up with headshot damage. You can roll things with crit chance if you want, but I just prefer weapon handling just to make my life easier, especially when I'm under pressure, with Headhunter as well. And we'll be unlocking the maximum damage bonus because we've got so much headshot damage rolled in. We'll get that 1250% bonus that we can keep on repeat because of how regular determined works. Get yourself a harvest or a D50 or something like that. Damage targets out of cover with determined on, and that will do very, very, very well. And if we take a look at the stats for it, you can see the only stat we're really bothered about here is that 210% headshot damage, meaning that we can do all of that big numbers that we were just talking about. Reload speed there, and again, headshot damage on the top. It looks very weird, but it does the job. So let's switch over to the build that I was using originally. Here is the build that I was using originally. And this one potentially shines even more because it has the turmoil knee pads in. And again, I've been a little bit controversial over these, over the previous videos that I've put out. But in this build is a situation where they do shine, especially when running solo, because you will double kill the majority of the time, making the content that you are running extremely easy. Now, yes, it does require a maxed out build. It will require at least some expertise before you get to the point where it feels comfortable. So please do keep that in mind. We're going to run the contractor's gloves here. Gives us some weapon handling, which is nice from the 2-piece bonus. But we want the headshot damage and the damage to armor. Obviously, we need to have the Ninjabike backpack in here as well. That's what we've been talking about throughout the entire last couple of videos. But we get the D&H punch drunk name mask in here for pistol damage and stability, but also it gives us the extra headshot damage here. This is a huge damage piece. Now, the stability isn't really adding anything, but, you know, it does help out a little bit in how it controls and things like that. It does. There's no kick or anything like that on the gun. Then we'll take the 3-piece bonus again for the huge boost of 60% pistol damage that we see here. All, you know, apart from the increased threat, the weapon damage is also useful. Headshots and weapon handling and headshots again with Headhunter. And you can see here on the holster at the bottom, we have got, I've got it rolled wrong. That should be headshot damage. I picked the wrong one out of my stash. I've got a weapon handling headshot one. Have I just not got it on? No, I brought the wrong one. So, but that's fine. The stats will look fine when we look at the stat page. You can see here 221% headshot damage, which is a huge, huge, huge amount. So this is the high-end build where, you know, unlocking these 2- and 3-piece bonuses really does help out. But for instance, if I was to take a look at a striker's piece, you lose all these secondary bonuses all the way through, which really, really does hurt builds when it comes to high-end, in comparison to high-end builds and using the Ninjabike backpack. You know, negotiators here again, you know, 2 pieces just to get 15% critical hit chance. It can be pretty rough. So, but the Ninjabike backpack really does shine in some situations. So there is build 1. And if I go down here, I've got build 2 saved because I really do like build 2. And there is build 2. So I'm going to do the rest of this level. Why not? Why I'm here. We're on triple XP. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching as always. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Oh! Thought they were going to get me then. Imagine I missed the headshot. Gotcha.
I'm gonna blow you to hell.
Interested to know though, if you are still watching at this point, please let me know in the comments down below.
Data transfer completed. You're clear to get out of there. The lab and samples destroyed. I don't think the outcasts are going to be able to do much else from here.
Thanks for getting me that data to play with.
Here they come. Be careful.
And I'll let you answer to Emily personally. To us. Can't do this alone there. Uh-oh.
Shall we? Their blood must be spilled!
Agent.
What happened then? Can't hear headshots, Tickle. Come on, man. Better than this. You're better than this. We win. See you later, agents.